Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. MICAH Parsons, the name that has dominated Dallas Cowboys headlines in recent years, has just announced his departure from the team in a move that has shocked fans and insiders alike. The news began circulating early this morning, sparking a wave of reactions across social media, sports forums, and NFL circles as analysts and fans tried to piece together the reasons behind this sudden decision. Reports suggest that the offer Parsons received was simply too good to refuse, combining astronomical financial terms, contractual guarantees, and career-shaping conditions that the young star felt he could not pass up. This decision wasn't solely about money. Sources close to the athlete indicate that factors such as career autonomy, influence over strategic team decisions, and a long-term vision for his professional path weighed heavily in his choice. As the football world digests this bombshell, it is clear Parsons was far more than just another player. He represented the defensive future of the Cowboys, a talent who became a cornerstone of the team in just a few short years. His departure shakes the foundation of the team's defensive strategy and planning for the next season, leaving an undeniable void that will be felt both on and off the field as fans and management brace for the ripple effects. Rumors indicate that negotiations were conducted discreetly, involving secret meetings and agents working tirelessly behind the scenes, giving this story a near-cinematic quality. Sources claim the offer included performance bonuses, multi-million-dollar incentives, and guaranteed centrality in team plans, conditions any ambitious athlete would struggle to reject. Social media is already in a frenzy, with fans torn between shock, frustration, and understanding of Parsons' choice. Analysts suggest this move may be a calculated career strategy, aiming to cement his legacy with a new team or open doors for opportunities beyond the field, including high-profile endorsements and commercial ventures. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are under pressure to respond swiftly, evaluating options to replace one of their premier defensive talents. Other NFL teams are reportedly exploring opportunities to secure Parsons, moving cautiously yet aggressively in the background. Every development is being scrutinized, analyzed, and dissected, as both immediate and long-term consequences of Parsons' departure are debated by fans, insiders, and experts across the league. Sources close to the situation emphasize that Parsons' departure was far from impulsive. It resulted from months of planning, strategic assessments, and private discussions about the next chapter of his career. Reports indicate the Cowboys made efforts to retain the star, offering contract renegotiations and incentives, but the magnitude of the proposal he received surpassed any retention strategy. Parsons' absence will impact more than the field alone. He was a quiet leader, motivating teammates, and shaping the locker room dynamic, leaving a gap that will be difficult to fill both tactically and psychologically. Fans now face mixed emotions: early sorrow for losing a rising star, and understanding for a player seeking to maximize his potential while his career is still ascending. Experts are already weighing in, predicting how Parsons' departure may reshape the defensive landscape of the league and create opportunities for other players, though none can truly replace the influence and presence Parsons brought to the Cowboys in recent seasons. As the NFL continues to process the news, anticipation builds around where MICAH Parsons might land next season. Speculation suggests several teams are willing to go to extraordinary lengths to acquire him, offering contracts that not only surpass the Cowboys financially, but also grant him a central role within the organization. Market strategy, brand influence, and commercial interests now intersect with Parsons' career choices, creating a narrative reminiscent of major cinematic drama. Journalists and insiders have made the story a priority, debating not only the direct consequences for the Cowboys, but also the broader league implications. Meanwhile, management must reassess their roster plans, not just to replace Parsons, but to reassure fans that the team retains strong ambition and the ability to adapt quickly to unexpected situations. Every angle is being examined, from short-term game strategy to long-term franchise implications, as both media and fans dissect the ripple effects of this sudden exit for one of football's most dynamic players. Amid the growing speculation, reports indicate the offer Parsons received went beyond money alone. It included autonomy in decision-making, strategic involvement, and influence over internal team projects. This rare combination of financial, professional, and strategic incentives explains why such a young and rising player would make a departure that seems so sudden to the outside world. Analysts are already drawing comparisons with historic cases where elite athletes left established teams to pursue greater opportunities, and these parallels underscore the magnitude of Parsons' choice. The narrative of a player striving not just to succeed, but to strategically position himself professionally creates a palpable anticipation for the next chapter in his career. Fans and experts alike are eager to see whether Parsons will redefine not only his own legacy, but also the league dynamics, shaping a path that others may follow in future negotiations and career moves, reinforcing his influence both on and off the field. Fans and analysts are already speculating about Parsons' potential destinations, with discussions dominating podcasts, forums, and social media. Every comment is scrutinized, every hint becomes news, and every rumor fuels anticipation, creating an atmosphere of tension and curiosity about the young star's future. Parsons' departure represents not just a sporting loss, but a media phenomenon, capable of mobilizing audiences and sparking debate about negotiation dynamics and player influence. The ripple effects are expected to extend beyond the Cowboys, impacting transfer strategies, defensive tactics, and even sponsor engagement. Observers note that the NFL is entering a phase in which top talent has more power than ever to shape career trajectories, and Parsons' move may set a precedent for high-profile transfers in the near future, creating a narrative that will be remembered for years in league history. Inside the Cowboys organization, the mood is one of uncertainty and disappointment. Sources reveal intense internal meetings, debates over potential replacements, and an urgent need to maintain team morale in the wake of Parsons' exit. His departure signifies not only the loss of top talent, but also the challenge of rebuilding a locker room narrative that keeps players motivated and focused. Simultaneously, the league is watching every move, and the expectation is that the transfer market will become more competitive in the coming weeks, with teams vying not only for elite talent, but also for media attention, sponsorship opportunities, and public engagement. The sudden void created by Parsons is prompting strategic recalibrations, negotiations, and speculative projections, with every team weighing how to capitalize on the opportunity his absence creates. Behind the scenes, insiders speculate that Parsons' exit may open doors to a new era of contracts, negotiations, and strategic deals involving teams, agents, sponsors, and investors. This move signals a clear shift in the NFL, where players increasingly wield influence and decision-making power, and Parsons' choice may serve as a benchmark for future contract negotiations. The anticipation continues to build, with eyes fixed on his next destination, as the story of his departure already dominates headlines as one of the most significant and talked-about rumors of the season. Fans, media, and league executives are watching closely, knowing that the consequences of this move may extend far beyond a single team or a single season, reshaping expectations and strategies across the NFL in ways that will be analyzed for years to come. Speculation about MICAH Parsons' next destination has taken over the entire NFL conversation, dominating social media, podcasts, and sports news coverage as fans, insiders, and analysts attempt to predict which team will secure one of the league's most electrifying defensive talents. Rumors suggest that multiple franchises are preparing record-breaking offers, hoping to convince Parsons to join their ranks immediately, with proposals that exceed financial expectations while granting him central roles within team dynamics. The debate is intense, with insiders pointing out that Parsons' combination of speed, strength, and instinct makes him an unmatched asset, capable of reshaping any defense in the league. Meanwhile, Cowboys executives are reportedly scrambling to reevaluate roster strategies, considering trades, draft adjustments, and even promoting younger talent in a bid to maintain competitiveness. The discussion is no longer about Parsons leaving Dallas. It's about the domino effect his exit could trigger, with teams reassessing defensive structures, negotiating contracts with other high-profile players, and even reconsidering coaching strategies. Fans are split between disbelief, excitement for potential trades, and anxiety about the broader league impact, as every twist in this developing story promises to redefine the NFL landscape for the upcoming seasons, and the speculation shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. According to insiders, Parsons' departure could inspire a wave of similar decisions among elite players, signaling a shift in power dynamics between athletes and organizations. The underlying message seems clear. The league is entering a phase in which top talent can leverage their status to influence contracts, project direction, and team-building decisions. Analysts emphasize that Parsons' move may serve as a blueprint for future negotiations, showing that players are willing to take calculated risks to maximize not only financial rewards, but also long-term career fulfillment. In this context, the narrative surrounding his exit is more than just a story of a player leaving a team. It's a cultural moment for the league, prompting fans, media, and executives to reconsider how talent retention, team loyalty, and contract negotiations are approached. The Cowboys are likely to feel the immediate effects, but the ripple effect could reshape the NFL for years, affecting player movement, team management, and the overall perception of athlete agency within the sport. Observers predict that the next few months will see an unprecedented flurry of activity in the transfer and contract markets as a direct result of Parsons' groundbreaking decision. Meanwhile, social media is buzzing with fan theories, speculation, and emotional reactions, with posts about Parsons' departure trending across platforms. Every potential scenario is dissected, from high-profile franchises making ambitious bids to smaller market teams attempting bold moves to attract him. The discussion extends beyond sports performance, encompassing branding, commercial partnerships, and influence within organizations. Analysts are debating whether Parsons will choose a team that guarantees winning opportunities, a city with media prominence, or a project that allows him to shape the defensive identity of a franchise from the ground up. This speculation fuels a narrative that transcends the field, highlighting the growing intersection of sports, business, and personal branding. Fans are meticulously analyzing every signal, from social media activity to insider leaks, looking for clues about the next chapter in Parsons' career. The intensity of the coverage reflects both the magnitude of his talent and the rarity of a move of this scale. Parsons' decision is no longer just a football story. It is becoming a defining moment in the NFL's evolving relationship between star athletes, franchises, and the marketplace. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Industry insiders suggest that Parsons' departure could force the Cowboys to rethink defensive recruitment strategies, with an urgent need to identify new leaders and adapt tactical schemes to compensate for the loss. The immediate question revolves around how the coaching staff will restructure defensive responsibilities while maintaining competitiveness in the league. At the same time, rival teams are reportedly conducting extensive evaluations, analyzing potential fits, and preparing multi-million-dollar offers aimed at leveraging Parsons' extraordinary skill set. The domino effect may also extend to other players whose contracts and positioning within their teams could be influenced by this high-profile movement. The NFL is witnessing a paradigm shift, where a single player's decision can trigger widespread reconsideration of roster construction, strategic priorities, and even media narratives. Analysts highlight that the league's balance of power is subtly evolving, as top-tier talent like Parsons gains unprecedented influence over their trajectory, contractual leverage, and long-term professional impact. The story is ongoing, and every development adds layers of intrigue, anticipation, and speculation that are reshaping both fan expectations and executive strategies across the NFL landscape. Some reports indicate that Parsons' exit could spark an intense bidding war among several franchises, with offers not only focused on compensation, but also strategic positioning, playing time, and influence on organizational decisions. Such negotiations are expected to involve a combination of financial incentives, long-term guarantees, and commitments to create a team environment aligned with Parsons' professional goals. Analysts predict that the ripple effect of this move may extend beyond defensive strategies, impacting offensive recruitment, coaching adjustments, and even fan engagement metrics for several teams. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are reportedly exploring draft opportunities and alternative defensive acquisitions to mitigate the impact of losing one of the league's premier talents. Observers point out that Parsons' choice exemplifies the increasing agency of star players, where influence, freedom, and strategic career planning can outweigh traditional loyalties to a franchise. The narrative unfolding is dynamic, complex, and continuously evolving, capturing the attention of media outlets, analysts, and fans, and highlighting the high-stakes nature of modern professional football. The NFL landscape is on the verge of a significant transformation, and Parsons is at the center of the storm. Additionally, analysts emphasize that the magnitude of Parsons' departure could affect not only the Cowboys' immediate competitiveness, but also long-term organizational planning, sponsorship deals, and media engagement strategies. The NFL, increasingly influenced by media narratives, commercial interests, and star power, now finds itself at a crossroads where player movement carries multidimensional consequences. Fans, who often see only the on-field implications, are now witnessing how one decision can resonate across every layer of a franchise, influencing ticket sales, branding, and the perception of the team's strategic direction. Discussions have intensified about how top-tier players can leverage their status to shape their environment, exercise choice, and negotiate unprecedented terms. Parsons' departure is being framed as a case study in the growing influence of elite athletes in the modern era, demonstrating how sports performance, business acumen, and career strategy intersect. The media frenzy surrounding this situation reinforces the idea that the NFL is evolving, with star players increasingly driving narratives, financial decisions, and team-building philosophies across the league. The ripple effects of Parsons' departure also extend to fan culture, with debates, memes, and viral posts capturing the collective excitement, frustration, and curiosity of supporters nationwide. Fans are dissecting every possible scenario, from speculated team destinations to strategic advantages for rival franchises, while weighing how the move will affect league standings and playoff chances. The narrative is no longer simply about one player leaving a team. It has expanded into a discussion of strategy, culture, and influence in professional football. Analysts and commentators are exploring historical parallels, projecting potential outcomes, and questioning how future player negotiations may evolve in response. Fans are deeply engaged, participating in an ongoing conversation that spans social media, podcasts, and live broadcasts, demonstrating the unprecedented scale of attention generated by a single career-defining decision. Parsons' exit is now a lens through which the modern NFL is being examined, analyzed, and debated, highlighting the increasingly complex ecosystem surrounding star athletes, team strategy, and media narratives. As talks continue, reports suggest that some teams are ready to offer not only competitive compensation, but also prominent roles in shaping defensive schemes, mentoring younger players, and influencing organizational direction. The combination of financial reward, strategic input, and career development opportunities may have been key factors behind Parsons' decision, setting a precedent for future moves by elite players. Meanwhile, the Cowboys face urgent decisions on how to rebuild their defensive identity, preserve team morale, and maintain competitiveness without their star linebacker. Observers point out that this departure could trigger broader shifts in league strategy, transfer policies, and team planning, forcing franchises to reassess talent management in light of rising player empowerment. The narrative is unfolding in real time, and every new leak, insider comment, and fan reaction adds to the suspense surrounding Parsons' next destination. The NFL, as a whole, is paying close attention, knowing that the consequences of this move may influence player movement, media coverage, and team strategy for seasons to come. Finally, insiders suggest that Parsons' exit may redefine expectations around player agency, contract negotiation, and franchise loyalty in the NFL, potentially serving as a landmark example for future generations of athletes. The implications of this departure extend far beyond Dallas, touching every corner of the league, influencing strategic planning, media engagement, and fan expectations. Analysts emphasize that the balance of power is shifting as elite players increasingly dictate the terms of their careers, team roles, and long-term trajectory. Fans are following every development with rapt attention, dissecting rumors, speculating on outcomes, and reflecting on what this means for the future of professional football. As negotiations progress and potential destinations are revealed, the story continues to evolve, reinforcing Parsons' position at the center of one of the NFL's most significant and discussed sagas. The narrative promises to leave a lasting mark on the league, offering lessons in strategy, negotiation, and the increasing influence of individual talent in shaping the professional football landscape. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.